Welcome to this week's Hymn of the Week. This week we have ELW 249, On Jordan's Bank, the Baptist's Cry. This tune by Charles Coffin, the text at least, was composed for the service of Lauds, which is from the Divine Office from the Roman Catholic Church or liturgy. And that was one of the early morning services, real early in the morning. And so it would make sense that it has such a bright nature to it. Because of it being for the morning and awakening, waking up. So that's an interesting perspective. As you can see, the music is by Michael Praetorius, manuscript really found from the 15th century in the Trier library in Germany. So it's a very famous tune. And here's why. It's what we would call in music a trope. It takes an existing chant, in this case, Benedicamus Domino, bless the Lord, and it adds something to the existing chant. Here, probably music, very likely, and the Puer Nobis, a Christmas carol. So let's look at some of the titles that it has. How about Geboren ist Gottes Söhnelein? Born is the Son of God, or the little Son of God. And then uns ist geboren ein Kindelein, to us is born a child. So you have this Christmas tied in with the Advent, which is really great. You have the Advent in the morning of the Lauds with Charles Coffin, which he included in the Paris Breviary, and then you have the music troped from a Christmas tune and included with this text. So that's On Jordan's Bank, the Baptist's Cry. Here we go. Let's see here. Gotta get set. tune, just one of my favorites, Puer Nobis, is just so great. Some of the things I did, I do want to thank John Benke for the introduction, Hal Hobson for the interlude, and Noel Rossthorn for the last verse harmonization. The last verse has that descant on top, which just really drives it home. All praise to you, eternal Son, whose advent has our freedom won. Advent being one of my favorite seasons of the year. And with that rising line above it, it reminds us repeatedly that we are waiting people, but in the waiting, we know what's coming. And that's what a joy that is. So that comes through very nicely. And also that sense of waiting in the interlude where you have the repeated chords. And then the solo verse where I came out with the trumpet. Because we're praising God, we're hailing him as our Savior and Lord. And then also in another verse where I go to a solo as flowers that wither and decay. So thank you very much for listening to Hymn of the Week.